See Lindelof videos, solving exponential equations without the use of logarithmic functions. So sometimes this is possible, sometimes it's not. So let's look at some examples where it is possible. This is video 2. I did another one, and the examples were really easy. So if you're really confused, you can go and check that one out. But for now, this is the premise that I'm acting on. I'm saying that if I take some number, let's take 4 to the third power, and say it's the same as 4 to the x power, well, x must be 3, right? If I take 5 to the, you put your number here, 13 is equal to 5 to the x power, x must be 13, as long as these bases are the same. So that's what we're looking for here. We're looking to make sure that we have either same bases or bases that we can convert to the same bases. So this is what I'm going to do. Here's one problem here. So I have 2 to the x over 2 to the x is equal to 2 to the negative 2x. Tons of ways to do this. Tons of ways to do this. One, you might recognize that anything over itself is 1 and say we have 1 here. Or you might say 2, right? You might use this rule. You might say that you know that x to the m divided by x to the n is x to the m minus n. I swear I can hear you. And do that and get 2 to the x minus x is equal to 2 to the 0 power. We know that 2 to the 0 power happens to be 1. Any number to the 0 power other than 0 is 1. So I don't really care how you do it. Let's do it the second way. So I'm going to say, okay, we know that 2 to the 0 power, that we did it this way using this rule, and we got 1. So we have 2 to the negative 2x. So all I'm going to do is this. I'm going to check and make sure my bases are the same, and this base and this base are the same, and therefore I can just look at this upper part right here and say 0 must be equal to negative 2x. And when is that true? When x is equal to 0. So there's our solution. Let's go on to another problem. Not too bad, I don't think. So we have that one done. Let's look at this one. Look at this one. This is just rules of exponents. This one's a little bit trickier, but not too bad, I don't think, for you. 10 to the negative 3x times 10 to the, 10 to the x is equivalent to 1 over 10 or equal to, however you want to describe that. So I look and I'm pretty happy. I'm like, I have 10, I have base 10 here, I have base 10 here. Now look over here, I'm like, that sucks. I have base 1/10 here. But look at this for a second. I'm going to do a little bit of our algebra back, a little bit of our arithmetic backwards. If I said to you 10 to the negative first power, you remember that negative exponents don't cause negative numbers. They cause reciprocals. So if I was to cure this, to get rid of this negative exponent, I would have to flip this whole thing over, and it would be the same as 1/10. So I'm just going to take that rule backwards and say, okay, if that's true, then 1/10 is the same as 10 to the negative first power. If you're good with that, you are golden. You're in great shape here. You're in really good shape here. So now I'm going to take some other rules I know about exponents. Remember that x to the m times x to the n is x to the m plus n power. So it's same base times same base. So we have 10 to the negative 3x plus x is equal to 10 to the negative 1. Looks like crap, but not bad, really, because negative 3x's plus an x is 10 to the negative 2x's, right? Because all I'm focusing on is this bit of algebra right here. I'm just cleaning this up, right? Is equal to 10 to the negative 1. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, you guys. I'm going to look at my bases, this base, and match. Therefore, the only thing I really have to deal with now is this algebra problem right here. So now I'm just going to ask that question, and I'm going to actually ask it over here and say, when is negative 2x equal to negative 1? This is the negative 2x. This is the negative 2x. This negative 1 is this one, and this equal sign here is that one. I'm going to solve, and we're going to get x is equal to 1/2, and that's our answer. So this is not bad. You can definitely do this. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. And if you haven't already subscribed,